Colombo. The headlines. 2 children found dead in an unclear circumstance. Katambola MP condemns PF's deregistration advocates. Zambia records 131 COVID-19 cases in the last 24 hours. The Mezi MP urges Minister of Health to consider improving the state of a mortuary in his area. Prisca advocate for the operationalization of the 2021. 2 male children of Nakatindi compound in Sesheke district of Western province have been found dead in an old non-runner Toyota Hipsum after they went missing for the whole day the previous day. The 2 have been identified as Oscar Kalubi, aged 4, and Emmanuel Jamba, aged 5, both of Nakatindi compound in Sesheke district. The duo went missing on Thursday at around 09 hours together with the other 2 girl children of almost the same age. The 2 boys were found dead in an early hours of Friday at around 06 hours after the community saw the 2 girls who went missing resurfacing and appearing dehydrated and very weak.
Children are full of hope and dreams, but those were cut short in the blink of an eye. 2 male Western province were found lifeless after going missing for 24 hours. The duo were found dead in an unclear circumstance in a motor vehicle. The victim alongside 2 girls of almost their age. Our source also reveals that around 6 hours of Friday, 4th March 2022, the 2 girls surfaced and appeared dehydrated and very weak. The girls later let their parents wear the body of Oscar and Emmanuel. Police in Sesheke district say not yet identified but believed to be the owner of the car has been apprehended. The gruesome murder of Oscar and Emmanuel later rushed to the same hospital. Liambela Mutumba,
stakeholders and health cases. Speaking to Muvi TV, also reintroduce sports in schools. Meanwhile, new Covenant Church International in Mansa, Bishop Joachim Lungu says there is need to strengthen communication between elderly people and the youth in order for them to start sharing what they are going through.
Zambia continues fighting mental health and suicide cases that are caused by different reasons, among them loneliness, disappointments, depression, failure, and more. Wapla province is not exceptional as it has continued recording mental health cases. In 2019, the province recorded 4,288, in 2020, 5,488, and in 2021, 4,719 cases. Today, as you move the streets of Mansa, one would notice an increase of people suffering from mental health issues. I talked to Wapla Province Health Director who explains how the province has fared in terms of mental health issues.
In 2021, we recorded the 4,719, cases. Again, epilepsy still, was the highest at 2,346. Again, followed by, schizophrenia at 1,240. So if you look at, these numbers, I think these are people that we are basically talking about. And it's basically just showing you, how big, the problem that we have at hand in terms of, increasing the provision of mental health services.
He also shares some interventions.
Individuals that may simply show signs of, mental health, challenges due to setbacks and other conditions, basically seek, the attention of the trained psychotherapists, because this is a very area. These issues can be resolved by those trained psychotherapists. Then we are going to reduce even the number of suicide cases that we are also seeing.
Bishop feels there is need to strengthen communication between
and the young people. There has to be communication. The things that young people are going through right now, and they're failing to communicate to the elderly people. Probably because of the gap that exists, maybe in the cultural differences and the upbringing. And it has to be an effort that has been made by the elderly.
Mr. Katombala Lawmaker, who is also former Chief Registrar of Society, has called on citizens to ensure everyone contribute to the growth of democracy by promoting the good policies of the New Dawn government.
Also sums in form of reparations, compensation to successive litigants against government because of a negligent act by incompetent police officers who want to align themselves to politics. I was a police officer. When I wanted to be a politician, I left. It's as simple as that. But we have so far people being detained on people that were being detained previously, particularly on partisan lines. I was one of the detainees myself for nothing. In Maramba by-election, I was detained. Just for campaigning, somebody is detained. The rule of law so far under His Excellency the President is excellent. I'll tell you why it's excellent. Sure. Today you can wear a PF flag area. No one will talk to you. No one will beat you. No one will attack you. You can do anything you want. You can walk into intercity. You can walk to any place. There is no cadarism. This time around, the judiciary is independent. No one is warning ministers. We saw Honorable Kampiongo, for example, the former Minister of Home Affairs, warning when they were swearing the late Judge Tao, telling him that never should you allow cadres to come and dance in your court. You should deal with them. Look at the guns the police bought, for example. Look at the guns, artillery fire against the citizens. Who does that? Who does that to his own people? What this government has said, you want to demonstrate? The police will accompany you. And this is what we have been doing. You don't need you never see impunity. People being beaten badly, their lips broken. You had police officers threatening, who kill you if you are going to demonstrate against this government. That is impunity. You know, this government wants to respect the rule of law. This government wants the freedom of the press, want people to freely express themselves. And as a human rights defender myself, I am #1 defender. Even if you don't agree with me, I'm ready to die in defense of your right to speak that view, which is a view of dissent. That is how it should be. We can't all be Catholics. We can't all be Church of Christ. We can't all be church. We must be free even in a home. She believes in going 7th day. You go. When you apostle. Democracy, freedom of the press. Why close the media houses? See, this Muvi TV was a victim. He came and closed. He went, closed everything, closed post, closed. Only a timid leader can do that. Only a dictator can do that. Freedom of the press is the lifeblood of any democratic state. You can't talk of democracy without freedom of the press. You can't talk of the rule of law without the press. The press inform the nation. They have the opportunity to inform the nation exactly what is happening. They have to hold the executive accountable. They have to hold us parliamentarians accountable. They are the limelight. So the rule of law currently is excellent under this government, and we hope this should continue. Let's leave the judiciary to be independent. Let's leave the police to be independent. Police officers should not be cadres. Let's leave the institutions of government. Let's leave the civil servant, the professionals to be independent. Media houses must work the way they want. You shouldn't come here and tell you what you should program. You shouldn't go to ZMBC and tell ZMBC, I'm not going to show.
Minister of Finance and National Planning, Dr. Stumbeko Msokotwane, says the New Dawn government remains committed to work with church as its key partners to develop the country. Speaking when he officiated at Matera Reformed Church in Zambia.
The project to empower the women is very, very important. Let me encourage you, the women of the congregation, to explore on what government has made available to initiatives such as this one. You have mentioned, Bishop, the issue of the Constituency Development Fund. Constituency Development Fund, which government is given to each and every constituency in the country, so that you, the communities, can decide.
Help the women in the church and also in the community. Guest of honor, this project will help the women a great deal. And your coming to attend this memorable occasion just signals to us, guest of honor, that you support the community. As indicated by the fundraising representative, we intend to raise funds for terrazzo, window paints, painting, wiring. So far, the women in the congregation have done almost 80% of the work. As the Reformed Church in Zambia, Matero congregation, we thank you dearly. We thank you. We thank you, and we want to indicate to you, guest of honor, that we support the government of the day. We support the programs that enhances community life and that enhances the livelihood of the people. We pray for you, guest of honor, that in the noble task God has given you, He will give you wisdom, knowledge. He will give you the ability to get to lead Zambia to its greater heights.
And have recovered, leaving the total at 308,200. Eastern Province has the highest numbers with 45 out of 377 tests conducted. The province was recently home to people from both within and outside the country who came to witness the celebration of the Nchwala ceremony of the Ngoni people. Currently, a total of 1,586 patients are admitted, with 1,565 under home isolation and 21 in health facilities. A total of 1,983,053 people are now fully vaccinated with either the Johnson & Johnson, Pfizer, Moderna, AstraZeneca or Sinopharm vaccine. So far, over 100,000 children aged between 12 and 17 in Zambia have received their COVID-19 vaccines. Virginia Chilongo, Muvi TV News, Lusaka.
On that note, we go for our first set of commissions. Do stay tuned.
Istana ya Afrika ya kupende chalo akamwana kanono no msepela kuikala chapamo kuribe kumunzi kuribe mutauni kumatero aliyenze afunika.
The Zambia Statistics Agency will this year conduct the census across the country. The census aims to count people in households, rural and urban, hospitals, military, police and correctional facilities. This numbering will extend to hotels, farms, as well as high-density areas with different families sharing a house and those in transitory locations. Every person in the country matters and should be counted because the census will benefit all, from migrants, refugees and street children, homeless people, the young and the old people, as well as persons with disabilities. Everyone counts. This message is brought to you by the Zambia Statistics Agency.
Fairview University College is enrolling students for the January-April 2022 intake in the following: School of Education, Bachelor of Education in Early Childhood Education, Bachelor of Education in Primary Education, Bachelor of Education in Secondary Education, Bachelor of Education in Special Education, Diploma in Early Childhood Education, Diploma in Primary Education, Diploma in Secondary Education, Diploma in Special Education, Certificate in Early Childhood Education, School of Humanities and Social Sciences, Diploma in Public Relations, School of Hotel and Tourism, Diploma in Food and Production, Diploma in Front Office, Diploma in Food and Beverages Management, Diploma in Hospitality and Events Management, and Diploma in Sales and Marketing. For more information, visit us at Regent College along Kwazi Road or the North Mid Campus at plot number 11 Luamba Road, Lusaka, or call us on 0955 787114 or 0966 787114 or 0977 787114. Fairview University College. We aim at excellence.
expect. Anyone can get lucky.
Welcome back. In other news, a Mafinga constituency member of parliament, Robert Chabinga, has called for seriousness in service delivery among the Constituency Development Fund CDF committee members. Mr. Chabinga says the delays in accomplishing tasks witnessed in the past will not be condoned because people need development. Speaking when he addressed the committee during a project adoption meeting, Mr. Chabinga has appealed to committee members to ensure that delivery targets are met to avoid the CDF money to be laying idle in the bank.
So you need to help us. It's good that the guidelines that have come now, we thank the people that were making the guidelines because they have included even other, because of digitalization, other ministries to be part and parcel of this, so that you can be pushing one another, they can be pushing one another. So you don't want to hear that the appraisal committee that we appointed by the what also takes a lot of time to appraise. 2 weeks, 2 months. No, people want development. People have suffered for longer enough, and it cannot be business as usual where we are giving excuses. These people are sick and tired. All they want is development. They don't want to listen to stories. They don't want to listen to good speeches. All they want is give the people. Let's give them what people want. If it's education, let's give them education. If it is what, let's do that. If it's health,
says that the Scaling Up Nutrition Support Program, SUN, is said to be meeting government's effort in improving the nutrition status of the people of Solwezi district. Mr. Malofa was speaking to National Agricultural Information Services, NAIS, when representatives from the United Nations agencies called on him in his office. The district commissioner has appreciated the follow-up efforts made by the cooperating partners and the programs being implemented by line ministries attached to the project, and for to ensure that all services are reaching the intended households. Meanwhile, Hilda Chinyama, a beneficiary for SUN, too, has told the donors that the activities learned from the program will be sustained through the practice of saving initiatives. The Scaling Up Nutrition and Support Phase 2 is a government program that is being funded by the United Nations International Children's Emergency Fund, UNICEF.
And support program phase 2 was introduced to the communities of Solwezi district. The delegations from the United Nations agencies are in Solwezi to check on the program.
To see you coming to make some follow-ups on the same project, the activities that are being done here in Solwezi, I think I'm very, very much grateful to have you in Solwezi district. Thank you so much. Keep it up with your coming. With this organization, it is going to beef up to the government's effort.
Nikhil Vilmik is a consultant for Foreign Commonwealth Development Office.
We are looking at the Scaling Up Nutrition Program. We've been in communities like this, and we've seen saving groups where mothers are able to have enough money to purchase nutritious foods. We're seeing fishing ponds being constructed and fingerlings being fed with agricultural inputs grown by the communities. We're seeing health centers where acute malnutrition is being managed and growth monitoring is happening with children. And we're seeing centers of excellence managed by Ministry of Agriculture with partners to ensure that crops are diversified. So a lot of progress, momentum, and communities coming together, and governments coming together, and multi-sectoral services converging on the household. So really exciting, and really hope to see more progress as this program progresses.
Beneficiaries explains how they will sustain the program through the Saving for Change initiative.
Ishimpi national savings ngati wakongola tulabonfe okushitako fertilizer mushiri wasuwa kuno tawaba bwinu kufya kulya atamukwete fertilizer so tulashitako fertilizer na mataba.
The Scaling Up Nutrition and Support Program Phase 2 is a government program that is being funded by United Nations International Children's Emergency Fund. Chapunga Manengu, reporting for NICE in Solwezi District.
Lemezi Independent Member of Parliament Muna Zulu has called on the Ministry of Health to seriously consider addressing the plight of citizens in his constituency, more especially improving the status of the mortuary. Mr. Zulu says the government that comprises the health of its people is not good, hence the need for government to quickly move in and give a mortuary to his people. He says the current mortuary in use was done through his personal effort, helped by some well wishers.
Thank you. Supplementary questions from honourable members, if any. The honourable member for Lumezi.
Thank you, very kind, Madam Speaker. Honourable Minister, I'm coming from a background where we were renovating a mortuary in Lumezi not long ago. Of course, not through the CDF funds. We had to outsource the funding for a very simple reason, Madam Speaker. These constituencies are extremely vast, such that you cannot afford to keep the remains of the dead in an open space or open air. Honourable Minister, how difficult is it for your ministry to mobilize such little funds so that mortuaries can be renovated within 48 hours, like was the case in Lumezi? I submit, Madam Speaker.
The Honourable Minister of Health.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Thank you, Honourable. I don't know. This is about Fera. Now we're in Lumezi.
The Minister will restrict herself to Fera.
Thank you, Madam Speaker.
We take another break on that note. See you shortly.
We are delighted to add Lubumbashi and Goma to our network. Welcome aboard Rwandair, Africa's safest airline that will connect you to more than 24 destinations throughout the network.
Rwandair, fly the dream of Africa.
Welcome back. We continue with the news. Prison's Care and Counseling Association Prisca has called on government to expedite the operationalization of the newly reviewed Zambia Correctional Service Act of 2021. Speaking to Muvi TV News, the Prisca Executive Director, Dr. Godfrey Malembeka, hopes the act that was not operationalized in the previous regime will be tabled in Parliament for enactment this year. He has further noted the act will help in repealing and replacing lukenas in the current act being used in the judiciary. Dr. Malembeka says the Prisca and other stakeholders comprehensively came up with suggestions in the act that would address many challenges being faced in correctional facilities, such as congestion, among others. He says that there is a need to ensure that all the offences are bailable, just like the way it is in other countries, such as South Africa, among others.
People to be convicted by
the subordinate and be sentenced immediately by the High Court judges. We want the magistrates to begin convicting and sentencing the people when finally the powers of jurisdiction of sentencing people is scaled up as suggested in the newly reviewed Criminal Procedure Code and the Penal Code. So these are good signs. The only prayer that I have and the plea that I have is that we speed up the process of operationalizing all these pieces. We speed up the process of implementing all these suggestions that have been made. I have no doubt that things will be better soon, and then as I retire I will be able to say that there we contributed in a small way and government listened.
Central Province Minister Credo Nanjua says the military vehicles which have been flagged off will be deployed to any area where there is need for them to mop up the maize purchase and the Food Reserve Agency, FRA. Mr. Nanjua says the military have the responsibility, speaking at Chindwina Barracks in Kabwe District when he flagged off the military transport for FRA maize mop-up in Central Province. He has commended the Ministries of Defense and Agriculture for heading to the plea of the province to have the maize mopped up. And the Chindwina Barracks Brigade Commander Brigadier General Sipiso Mashanda says that the flagging off of the military vehicles to transport maize was a clear indication that the ministry is ready to work with the Food Reserve Agency in the central provinces as requested by the government.
First of all, I want to thank the Minister of Defense and the Minister of Agriculture for taking heed of our plea that the maize in the province could be mopped around, because we are aware of the weather pattern which may not really serve us well in some areas of the province, that certain crop may not make to expectation. Therefore, it's very important for us to secure what we have already. And this operation, supportive as government together with the agency, which is the Food Reserve Agency.
This parade this morning that you are launching this morning is a clear testimony that Minister of Defense, in collaboration with the Food Reserve Agency, are ready for the Zambia Army.
Exchange of not being prosecuted by the courts of law should come to an end. The reason why we are saying this, government should realize the fact that the current government is dealing with people who plundered the state intentionally. They are demotive to what they were doing. So I can call the corruption of the previous regime as premeditated corruption, of which these people are not willing to voluntarily surrender what they got from the Zambians illegally. So the only way to go now is prosecution. And as community action against corruption, we feel the idea of calling for amnesty in the fight against corruption in some way is weakening the fight against corruption, because the calling for amnesty portrays a picture which is a bit weaker than the prosecution itself. These people are not willing to surrender whatever they got from the Zambians, so government should just fold its sleeves and face these people in a manner that will bring justice to them.
Veterinary specialists in Monza district have appealed to government to rehabilitate dipping tongues in the district to help in the fight of tick-borne diseases. Monza District Veterinary Officer Dr. Rikina Makobo says from the total number of 151 dipping tanks dotted around the 20 veterinary have developed cracks, while others do not have water sources such as boreholes to replenish the dipping tanks. He has called on contractors to use recommended specifications when constructing boreholes to avoid the cracks that develop as animals plant in the dipping tanks. Dr. Namakobo further called on government to construct water sources around the dipping tanks for easy and smooth operationalization of dipping tanks. And Ntemme Camp Veterinary Assistant Lillian Matongo has made a distress call to farmers to take advantage of the Constituency Development Fund rehabilitates non-functional dipping tanks. Mrs. Matongo noted the Constituency Development Fund is also meant for development projects such as dipping tanks that are critical in addressing livestock diseases. She noted dipping tanks are key in controlling the containing 5 major killer diseases in livestock in southern province.
Not operational due to various reasons such as cracks should be rehabilitated, and the contractors that are would definitely come have to use certain specifications so that we don't incur white elephants such as this deep tank. The other ones that do not have water sources, what would our appeal to government is to put boreholes in those localities so that those deep tanks are operating.
In those that are non-functional, I've always encouraged my farmers in my camp to apply for CDF funds, which is meant for developmental activities in the constituency, because a deep tank is also a developmental activity because it controls 5 tick-borne diseases, which are a major killer, a major cause of deaths in livestock, like here in southern province.
We'll take a break on that note. See you shortly.
Anyone can get lucky.
Fairview University College is enrolling students for the January-April 2022 intake in the following: School of Education, Bachelor of Education in Early Childhood Education, Bachelor of Education in Primary Education, Bachelor of Education in Secondary Education, Bachelor of Education in Special Education, Diploma in Early Childhood Education, Diploma in Primary Education, Diploma in Secondary Education, Diploma in Special Education, Certificate in Early Childhood Education, School of Humanities and Social Sciences, Diploma in Public Relations, School of Hotel and Tourism, Diploma in Food and Production, Diploma in Front Office, Diploma in Food and Beverages Management, Diploma in Hospitality and Events Management, and Diploma in Sales and Marketing. For more information, visit us at Regent College along Kwazi Road or the North Mid Campus at plot number 11 Luamba Road, Lusaka, or call us on 0955 787114 or 0966 787114 or 0977 787114. Fairview University College. We aim at excellence.
We are delighted to add Lubumbashi and Goma to our network. Welcome aboard Rwandair, Africa's safest airline that will connect you to more than 24 destinations throughout the network.
Rwandair, fly the dream of Africa.
Welcome back, and now the rest of the news. Government says the proper development of sport in the country has a potential to create employment among many youths who remain unemployed. Eastern Province Minister Peter Piri says with a proper supervision, youths can be successful in sports and contribute to the economic development of the country. Speaking during the Football Association of Zambia FAZ Eastern Province Annual General Meeting Saturday, the provincial minister says it is the reason why the government of the province is excited with the upgrading of the Kenneth Kaunda Stadium. And the Eastern Province Father Crispin Kamuna says the football governing body is determined to revive the glory days of soccer in the province as seen from the upgrading of the DK Stadium. Mr. Kamuna says the FAZ is also stepping up a talent identification through schools and divisional leagues.
I'm happy to be here, but not very much happy because the gender balance is not well represented here. I've seen we only have 2 women around. What is happening, Mr. Chairman?
We talk technology.
It has been a trend in most organizations. We find that women are not fairly represented in most events that I've attended. We find that the numbers of women are very few, the numbers of men are high. So I need you to make sure that the representation is equal. It's quite important. And then the other thing that I would like to speak on the issues of sport. I have noticed that we talk much on football only. I don't hear people talking about cricket. We don't talk about athletics. I know it's covered somewhere, but it's not. We don't talk much about these things. So there is a talent somewhere which is hiding, which we are not trying to unveil. So we need to make sure that we also talk on those other sports that we are supposed to do. The stadium that is now being worked on covers every sport in Zambia. Every sport in Zambia. So we need to, Mr. Chairman, we need to also start looking into it.
We're in the news on that note, a recap of the top stories. 2 children found dead in an unclear circumstance. Katambola MP condemns a PF deregistration advocates. Zambia records 131 COVID-19 cases in the last 24 hours. Lamezi MP urges Minister of Health to consider improving the state of a mortuary in his area. Presca advocate for the operationalization of the 2021 Correctional Service Act. And finally, military tracks are flagged off for FRA maize mop-up. Thank you so much for watching the news. Continue enjoying the rest of our programming on Muvi TV, your channel of choice.
Fairview University College is enrolling students for the January-April 2022 intake in the following: School of Education, Bachelor of Education in Early Childhood Education, Bachelor of Education in Primary Education, Bachelor of Education in Secondary Education, Bachelor of Education in Special Education, Diploma in Early Childhood Education, Diploma in Primary Education, Diploma in Secondary Education, Diploma in Special Education, Certificate in Early Childhood Education, School of Humanities and Social Sciences, Diploma in Public Relations, School of Hotel and Tourism, Diploma in Food and Production, Diploma in Front Office, Diploma in Food and Beverages Management, Diploma in Hospitality and Events Management, and Diploma in Sales and Marketing. For more information, visit us at Regent College along Kwazi Road or the North Mid Campus at plot number 11 Luamba Road, Lusaka, or call us on 0955 787114 or 0966 787114 or 0977 787114. Fairview University College. We aim at excellence.
One expert. Anyone can get lucky.
Here's how to pay using Airtel Money. Ensure your decoder is turned on and tuned to channel 1. Dial *778#, then select the option that says Make Payment. Select Pay TV, then select Muvi TV. Enter the 12-digit smart card number, then enter the amount you wish to pay. Enter the Muvi TV account number, omitting the dash before the last digit. Then select the amount you wish to pay.
For inquiries, call customer care on 0764 250055 or 0764 250052 or 0978 732 411 or 0978 732 412.
As COVID-19 cases keep rising, many business entities are affected and their revenue keeps going down. But together, we can fight COVID-19. Rumpi Enterprises provides you and your organization the safety you require in these hard times of the COVID-19 pandemic by using effective disinfectants procedures such as knockdown and residual disinfecting that helps prevent and get rid of COVID-19. We do knockdown and residual disinfecting procedures for homes, offices, hospitals, churches, and many more. Protect yourself and the people around you and get your business running with our powerful trusted disinfectants. Call Rumpi Enterprises on 0955 767835 or 0955 992230 or come to the 3rd floor, room 3, Tazara House, corner of Dedan Kimati and Independence Avenue. Follow us on Facebook, Rumpi Enterprises Limited. Always remember to observe the COVID-19 guidelines. Mask up, sanitize, social distancing, and staying.
They'll play a high press to force the mistakes.
They'll dominate the aerial ball. They too tall. We'll handle the pressure and smash them on the break.
Their number 9 has scored in their last 5 games.
The passing will be quick, decisive, precisely. There will be drama in the dying minutes. This match will mean more than 3 points.
They will have the home ground advantage. This is why I bet.
This is why I bet. This is why I bet. Betway.
Tikagurizana nemusaini ukuzisa tizona bale watisoma wakachipanga